Hi guys, this is Paul Nunez from Paul's Picks. Today is Saturday, January 24th, 2026. I wanted to talk a little bit about international stock investing, and I was driven to it based on hearing on CNBC and reading the newspapers, the journal, how international stocks, some of them have been clearly outperforming the S&P. The S&P did anywhere, I think, between 17 and 18% in that area. Um, and I'm hearing some of these other ones doing, you know, easily 20 to 30%, if not more. So what I did is I studied where can I invest in international, and I created a spreadsheet. And the spreadsheet is basically BlackRock's iShare um, tickers, and they break it out into Asia, Europe, Latin America, and the Middle East. And I haven't finished scrubbing this list to look at their performances of each one of these ETFs, but I did dabble and found a few and invested them because I like the charts. Now, I do have concerns with some of them, but let me give you an example of what I'm seeing. Um, Chile. This is the one that I have up right now. So I'm going to go back to 1 year. So 1 year. Here's Chile 1 year. I see a clear breakout here. Okay, right about in 10-10-25. It's been, you see this 50 clearly sloping up and exponentially. So I started cost averaging in the beginning of the year, um, and it's been doing very well. So the beginning of the year, I will draw a vertical line. And here is right there, beginning of the year. You could see a bit of a volume pickup. Now, these are not heavy volumes. This is 1.5 million. Down here, 153,000 is really small volume in this particular ETF. And again, I scrub for these ETFs, and these are the only ones I can find that cover as much as the globe as possible in the same BlackRock arena. I'm sure there's other ETFs, but I wanted to have good coverage internationally. So I'm in Chile ETF, and I will say this is clear uptrending from a technical standpoint. Now, each ETF invests in different things. Top holdings are LTM. Um, looks like financials is a top sector. Each ETF has its own country as well as what the fund manager will invest in. Another one was Peru, and I believe Peru was specifically geared towards materials. And I did a video on materials, and there you go. I mean, it's trending up. Now, it even trended up for this, look at 2 months. Now, what I'm concerned about this ticker is I see 70,000, 65,000. That's a low volume, and the risk with low volume is the bid and ask spread can be large versus volume, a higher volume or more liquid ETF, it'll be smaller. And so you may not be able to quickly execute the trade or get the exact price that you want. But when you have something like that that's clearly trending up, I mean, I think that's a non-issue. Aside from Chile and Peru, I have EWZ. And EWZ is a one that I bought more recent, which is in Brazil. So this Brazil one, was running sideways, but earlier this week I bought it based on a bit of a volume here, and we're not big volume, 51 million. Well, no, that's pretty big, 51 million. I take back 34 million. That's a good volume. So there's a lot of volume running into this, and this one trades pretty well. Uh, More liquid than the Peru one. And again, that was international. I already forgot the country. This is Latin America, okay? So it's a bit more coverage of Latin America. Again, you could look into what ILF is investing in. I tend to go focus on the technicals of that ETF. Look at the volume ramp up. So, typically 2.5 million, 2.8, 2.6, 2.7. Last two trading days are 7.5, 7.7. There's activity in Latin America. Now, if I wanted to dive deeper, I could find out which stock company is pushing Latin America up. But for now, I'm just playing the Latin America full ETF card. I just wanted to share that it makes a lot of sense to look at international and to find um, these types of plays because last year they did good. They outperformed the S&P. I suspect this year they'll do the same. And I think it's going to be a function of the activity from a political standpoint, um, and how money flows between countries. So there's this whole science, obviously, that I'm not coming close to understanding, but I do understand how money flows in these ETFs, and it's pretty clear to me. And I like the idea that it outperforms the S&P and it has a clear trend. So have a look. And if you find, I want to hear your comments. Want to hear what you have to say about this whole approach. And as if you also see if you see some international stocks that could be or ETFs that could be of interest. Thank you for listening. I'll see you on the trading floor. Bye bye for now.